Okay, so I'm back. So this is my 2014 album for Project Life, which I've been very good and completed the front, as you can tell. I will get round to front covers one day. At the beginning of January, they excite me. Halfway through the year, I've had enough. So this album is very, very full. I still did use one core kit this year, but I chose the Midnight Edition. The reason being is I wanted to be able to add embellishments more. I wanted to bring the scrapbooking side of things and mess about a little bit more. There is a few things covered up just because they show my address and stuff like that. But I started adding a colour or two to the basic cards to sort of put my own little bit of touch that I could change depending on the theme of the week. So the red was quite predominant, so I just emphasised that a little bit more. Still including the same sort of things, still sticking with the Design A page protector, adding my own little bit of flair, still getting a lot of journaling in, a lot of memorabilia, things that made the kids laugh, like a cat in a jar. That tickled my eldest up and still does when she looks at the photo. Themes like Flappy Birds. Does anybody remember the craze on that one? Yeah, my kids were into that one, so that made it in. Concerts are a very big thing with my kids. You'll find there's quite a few concert pictures as you go along. Breakfast. It was nice. Yeah, so it's following along the same sort of lines, but I felt as though I was able to mess just a little bit more with the little accents in with my journaling spots. Still including day-to-day life. All the kids' concerts. The kids were becoming very, very good now at sending me photos. So we created an album on our iPhones that we share, and I would get text messages from one child to another, selfies, even pictures of Monster High dolls taken by my youngest. So it was becoming a bit more of the family's photos, not just what I remember to take, what I was taking at the time. So we got a lot more sunsets. The kids do like a good picture of a sunset, and a lot more concerts. So it does reflect a lot more on what the kids are doing because they have their input. They send me the photos. Depending on how many we need for the week, I try and get a good mix. There is a couple turned around, but there is normally photos there. And I just love the way that this album's come together. I did change it up for 2015, which I will show you. I got a little bit creative with mixing pictures together, embellishing a bit more on the pictures as the album goes through. So you will find that I'm adding a bit more, which is why it's got so bulky. But the fact that Snapchat pictures have made it in there. I personally don't use Snapchat. I'm definitely not a selfie person, and therefore I just don't see the appeal. But to have it from the kids' phones is great. It gets it in there. I started using the Collect app quite a bit more, which got some of my journaling on without me having to write it, which I really liked. Still include memorabilia. Even snippets of the children's reports. The full reports go in their albums, but just adding that little bit in the family album so that everybody can see it. Day trips out, even included some of my scrapping pages that I've managed to do. Family holiday. Well, this was the start of the family holiday, and the kids made a sign. We're not here. again, pretty much a photo per day from being on holiday, just a slight reflection, and then I tend to scrapbook the pages more. Road trip out with my daughter, saving the things like the bus tickets. I tried to do at the beginning of each month a cross stitch I was currently working on. I tried to include that throughout just to show the progress. So this is my nephew. I did this for taking to Australia when I was going to help out for their new baby. Even my dinner. Gotta have pictures of food in Project Life. See, it's cake, cookies. It's just the way forward. Reorganisation was quite a bit. I was quite a bit behind on Project Life. Seemed to work quite a bit behind, which I'm fine with if I'm organised. So I created an organisation system that works for me, so the pictures are up to date, the writing down is up to date. I just then get to play and put it together. So yeah, pretty much follows that theme all the way through, and I did just get my 2014 album put into one. There's the finished cross stitch. A little bit cut down, but that's because there was too many gorgeous pictures of my nephew and my new niece. Tried to mix in my trip. I was currently in Australia here, yet I still did get sent pictures of the kids when they were out, so I could include back home as well as here. Include what was happening both sides of the world. And then coming back, my daughter's 18th. So got a full page on that one because in between was pretty much jet lag for me, so there wasn't as many pictures taken. And her birthday fell over into the next weekend, so some of the early morning photos after a cocktail party managed to make it to the following week. At this point I am all using different letter stickers for my week. Which I did change up in 2015. There are only so many E's that you can have in small letter stickers. My girls had their birthday treat was a couple of days in London, so they took some lovely photos for me, which I was able to include to catch what they did that week while the rest of us were at work and having a very normal week. Even FaceTime with my nephew. That's the view that I get when we're trying to say hello to him. So I had to include that. Otherwise we tend to get him in the high chair, where at least we can see all of his face. New thing at Tesco's, Scan and Shop. That's the only time I tried it. I've not tried it since. But it was something new. You never know how big things are going to be, so get those pictures in while you can. Starting coming up Christmas meals out. That was my daughter's meal out with friends, so got some lovely pictures of that. A new cross stitch chart arrived, so I've popped up my stitcher photo there, and then we've got another birthday just before Christmas, so got her cake, and then we go into Christmas week. The kids' Christmas PJs they have every year, things like that. And then I finished up this album again with just the standard back, not done any more to it because then I moved on to 2015. So thank you for watching, and I will show you my 2015 album soon.